One. Okay, we are live. Hey there, WIN community. It's Sarah Curcio, the programs manager. And tonight we are going to be spotlighting Water Street Wellness. I have Shannon and Catherine here with me. And in case you don't know, New Jersey just had our most recent event there, our Mompreneur Motivation event. And Shannon reached out to us and saved us because we did have a venue issue. So thank you again for that. And you know what? It actually worked out for the best because her venue is amazing. They were so helpful with us getting everything set up and ready to go. And everybody just had a fabulous time, from our icebreakers to bougie bags, which Catherine was one of our sponsors for. So we appreciate that as well. Her candles are beautiful. But I'm gonna pass the mic around and let Shannon introduce herself, Water Street, and then Catherine introduce herself and talk about her products and everything. So go ahead, Shannon.
Hey, I'm Shannon. I don't know where to start. I'm always chattier when the camera's not live, but I changed everything during COVID and went into wellness, and then quickly found that I had no place to host clients. Um, and it was really hard to rent spaces that were affordable with my price point. Um, and just, the logistics of it. I didn't want to go into people's homes that I didn't know, and I really didn't want people coming into my home. So I do residential real estate. I have some experience for like over a decade, and I looked at this building and I didn't like it at all. And my business partner like nudged me to go back in, and I saw French doors, and I was like, well, okay, I can deal with this building if I can have that little nook to have a practice in. And then my business partner's wife was like, well, why don't you just do We Works for Wellness? Because there's probably more people like me that need a space to host clients, and to keep pricing affordable, have affordable space. So I was like, I don't know what WeWorks is. I really wasn't sure what they were talking about, but I went back to my 200-hour yoga teacher training and told them. And one of the teachers there said, if you build it, they will come. And I did, and they have. But I wanted it to be a space where anything could happen. I borrowed from Adrienne at Mad Lavender Farm. I teach goat yoga there in the summer, and she has all these cool workshops, and there's no membership fee or due, and you could just pick and choose what you want to do. So I kind of borrowed that aspect of what I loved about her model, because she's a great role model in business and just a really powerful example of a woman. Um, but I also wanted to have tea parties and do, different, I like celebrating and, having fun. So I've gotten creative, and yeah, so now we have an Ayurveda doctor who's also a tantric yoga goddess. It's wonderful. And we have Catherine, who is my lifesaver. She keeps me grounded, and she'll tell you about herself. But acupuncture, so many different types of massage. I didn't even know there were so many types of massage, but lymphatic massage, Brazilian lymphatic, myofascial release, cranial sacral, if you're not allowed to have,
I
if it's a
know
lighter,
two of the ones you've said so far.
right? It's like blah, 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 gloobity, gloobity, gloob, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, and acupuncture takes insurance. So like she does fire cupping, which looks really pleasing when you're not getting it. It's really cool to witness. But I'm gonna forget people. Like everyone, we have, just people coming in and teaching as little or as much as they want. We have a calendar, we share it, you book it, you pay for the spot. It's a low price. Um, and it's built to make it affordable. And that also translates to the people using the space for services. Like they're not getting really high rates for basic services, because a person has to then, absorb the cost of rent. So it keeps everything kind of moving. It's a lot of moving parts, but yeah, so sometimes it's just a matter of hosting an event and, like you did, rolling out the tables, the chairs, and getting out of the way, that was fun.
It really
And
is a great DIY place. You can have so much creativity and imagination there. I have to say, it really is.
Yeah, my
And
birthday party with my drumming in February. It was February, so we didn't have the option of going outside, but we did go out into the garden after book club on Holy, and we threw color and had a bonfire. So there's I'm always like, yes, tell me what you envision and can we take it a step further and make it even better. So I love when people come, and my friend is going to have a tea party baby shower with us in July, and Catherine is going to do a candle pouring workshop, and we've done day retreats and all kinds of fun things. So very exciting.
I love that. And everybody, if you are interested in finding out more about Water Street Wellness, I am sharing the live all around, and I'm dropping the website in the comment section. So just an FYI. Catherine, you're up. And just feel free to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I am a yoga teacher at Water Street Wellness, Reiki master teacher, and a candle creator. Um, my envision for candles came when I wanted to create a manifestation candle. So I created Manifest Your Ish, and that candle just set the stage for everything else. Everything that's topped on it incorporates everything you need for manifesting. Um, and At Water Street Wellness, it makes it very accommodating for me to see my clients without having to go into their home. I have gone into clients' homes, and you can be intimidated or feel nervous, especially when it's somebody you don't know. But certain circumstances, you do put yourself out there and go into the homes. If somebody's ill or somebody's dying, they need help. So that is a source, that is availability for Reiki clients. But I prefer to see them right at Water Street Wellness. It's a beautiful space. It's very affordable, and you just welcome them in. And I sell my candles over at Water Street Wellness, and I also host workshops making candles, making malas, teaching people the history of the mala and how to make one for themselves to use with their meditation practice. It's just beautiful. I just love teaching and um, sharing my passion with others. So if you're in New Jersey and you have a chance, check out the website, book a class with us or a one-on-one. I did put a post up there for the W.I.N community, 10% off any service or any purchase. So just reach out.
Thank you so much, Catherine. And Catherine was so sweet. She even made me a special candle for my engagement, and I have lit it. It smells magnificent. And the candles that she put in the bougie bag, I really like. They had a lot of like crystals, but she also put a little penny in there for abundance and wealth. So I really liked that concept behind it too. That was very different.
Thank you.
Of course. Um, so I just wanted to, give you ladies the opportunity to get be spotlighted, because it's not just a beautiful space, but you guys are, part of the community, and you give a lot of space for people to have beautiful memories and to come together to relax for health and wellness, for networking, and it's just a great space. And an extra bonus is there is parking.
And a garden.
Yes, a
Yeah.
beautiful garden. But go ahead, tell them what types of events you've had in the garden.
So yeah, like we've done a lot of fire ceremonies, outdoor yoga every Sunday. Catherine teaches it, but we're trying to move everything outdoors. But yeah, for the baby shower, okay, secret hope. I'm gonna manifest my ish. I want to do a micro wedding here. Um, that would be lovely, but we'll see. But yeah, so we're gonna have the whole left side of the building. So the studio, the treatment room will be folded away, and then the garden. There's also a table and chairs out there, but it will be like reserve the space, tea party and candle making. And I want to do more of those and host your own like day retreat birthday parties and things like that, where people can add on mini facials or maybe mother daughter makeup, because we have a makeup artist here.
Oh,
So
cute.
yeah, like imagine like a mom daughter like tea party where the girls get little mini makeup, and oh, I love minis. So we do want to have more for children this summer. But so like a glow yoga birthday party for kids. I love it. Like, so if somebody were interested, the first thing I say is check the location. If the location serves you, reach out, come tour the space, check the availability of the dates, and then let's start to like kind of figure out what you want to do and how to support that. So
I like that you said you found it during COVID, because I see a lot of people that I have met really made that pivot at that time, and it ended up working out better for them in their favor. So that was
so
interesting. You said,
yeah, the world sat still. So like I lived alone and I was able to sit still long enough to figure out, that I had some things I was doing that I really liked and wanted to lean into. And I had the right people around me to say, go do it. And my business partner, he invested in me. I've worked for him for 13 years and now he's just like, yeah, do it. And let me, invest. And he
I
believed
love
that. Like,
that.
he saw the passion, my joy. His wife saw it. She loves yoga, so she was easily swayed. But they believe in me, and we're all watching it happen. And the moments like when your group came in, and we all bonded. I think so many of us talked about the pivot during COVID, and we all had so many different experiences, but similar feelings. And just having that many women in one room is always amazing. So,
I agree with that. And
right?
I will. We had our event at the beginning of May, but I think I'm going to share some of the pictures again that we took at the event, so you guys can actually see a little bit of the space, just in case you missed those pictures that we did post. So you can kind of get a little sneak peek and see if that's, the space that you have been manifesting that you need for your business or event or your party or something. Sometimes there's these little gems that you aren't even aware of, and that you really want to lean into and do something that you've been waiting for.
Yeah, I
So
absolutely have a yes attitude. If I can wrap my entire studio in plastic and make it a glow drumming with paint spatter event um, in the middle of February and nobody got hurt and we were all like Blue Man Group covered in paint. Like I'm always a yes to like, let's make it happen. So
I love
it's fun.
that. I love
Yeah.
that. That's really outside the box, and I love it.
And we also have a book club.
Oh, we do.
Oh,
Every
cool.
first Friday of the month, we meet.
So next Friday.
Yeah, we have different themes, and we're reading The Women Who Run with the Wolves, and we're reviewing chapter 11. And you could dive into that book and just pick up on any chapter and join us, whether you're in person or on Zoom.
Yeah, in person, we're going to be making manifestation jars at book club, and because it's a 6-6, so the double numbers of the month. I'm waving at the camera. Sorry, portal. I'm drawing 6-6, but it's backwards. So, the double digits are manifestation windows, and we had a practitioner here who was a really, really amazing astrologer and taught us a lot about how to work with the energies. And now the Ayurveda doctor reads Vedic astrology, and again, we'll tell you how to work with stones, like if you like crystals, if you like, certain objects to like really amplify. So we learned how to manifest a little bit better or more articulately and be really clear. So we're going to make jars. And yeah, chapter 11's 5 pages. But the themes are always so relevant, and there's been a lot of healing in that space and a lot of bonding. Melissa, you know Melissa, we met her, and yeah.
I was
So,
just gonna say her. We were thinking the same wavelength.
well, we all
Melissa.
wore matching outfits too. So
I know, and it wasn't planned.
that's the
But
oneness of wellness. So
But yeah, Melissa has some of her events there. Some I think from psychic readings to her hypnotherapy. Am I correct? Or
Yes. So with her moving to Pennsylvania, she's not as present as I'd like her to be. Like I would like her here all day, every day, hanging out and braiding my hair and telling me I'm beautiful. Because I would believe her if she said it because she's so sparkly and, wonderful. But she did a couple of past life regressions, and we were talking about maybe making it like for book club days, if so she comes, like maybe just making availability, for those days so that she could hang out and spend the day and the drive becomes worth it. So there's
I
no
like
pressure. I just want to say her. It's purely selfish.
that's okay. I love seeing
If you
her
met her, you
too.
understand.
Yeah,
Exactly. You get
and
it.
I've had a couple of readings by her too. She's good, so I definitely understand why you want to pull her in there as well.
Always. I want to put her in my spare room and just keep her forever in my pocket.
So, do you ladies want to give any closing thoughts?
Like,
Well, every
no, thank
Sunday.
you. Just thank you. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity to like just spotlight us and, for bringing your event to us and just believing in us. Because when you build it and they come and then people really resonate with it and get it, it makes the hard work really worth it. That like you're connecting on a soul passion level because I think Catherine and I both get very emotional. She's just more outwardly emotional, but that's the thing. That's the magic of it. We built it to have community, and when people come in and they feel at home and like relaxed, that's where the magic is. So it's just so wonderful. Catherine, I cut you off because you were going to plug yoga on Sunday.
Yeah, so every Sunday, 10 to 11, I teach yoga, and weather permitting, we're going to be outside in the beautiful garden. We have chickens out there now, and
Yeah.
we're going to let them free range.
Not
And
yet.
not yet.
Not yet. There's a hawk. There is a
Okay.
hawk, and my girls are, but they will be out there bucking. They're going through puberty, so they're going from peep peep to little bucks, and you can witness all of it and pet them and love them as long as you hold them.
Gotten so big, Sarah, since you've seen them. They've doubled.
Oh wow, yeah, because they looked pretty tiny to me when I saw them the beginning of the month. That's so cool.
Yeah,
But they fit in my little itty bitty palm. Now I have to hold them like this.
They're two-handers now. They're so cute, so sweet, and they love to be held.
Oh my goodness, I love
There's
that, and
6
I love
chickens. Bring
animals. They
plenty of
really
hands.
help relax you. They
Oh,
really do.
absolutely.
Oh.
Had we had known we could have had goats, we would have had one or two.
Too. They're herd animals as well.
Yeah.
Who knows? At the end of this goat season, they go up for adoption, so we'll see what transpires this summer, and maybe I'll just question my sanity a little further.
Just to see the animals.
You have to.
You could even have like a mini petting zoo as an activity during the summer. You get goats too.
The goats chew everything. They're quite precocious, and they're really good jumpers. So I can imagine them climbing up my back steps and hopping my fence and running down the main street. And there was just my neighbor's chicken got out and was running down the street for like 2 days.
Out there.
They have to have a proper enclosure because they are very naughty and spirited. But I'm probably gonna do some kind of a collaboration with the farm I teach at and do like a Water Street Wellness collab day retreat there. It's a bit of a drive, but the whole area is gorgeous, and there's 5 walkable downtown, so you could truly make a day of it. So I have to look at her calendar and see what the possibilities are.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So if you want to have an event, like I said, check the comments again. Go to waterstreetwellness.com or connect with Shannon and Catherine here on Facebook. They're very responsive. They were with me. And Krista, FYI, if you're watching, Shannon's the owner of Water Street, because I was talking to my maid of honor about different places to have my bridal shower. So
for October.
Yep.
I did. Okay. All right.
So yeah, if
I didn't
she
know it was for
hasn't called
you.
already, she will be
She
because we were
messaged.
discussing this. Thank
We will
you.
blow the doors off this place. We'll figure it out, Sarah.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you,
Thank
Catherine.
you.
And WIN
Thank you.
community, thank you for watching. And I will be back next week. We're going to have another live. So stay tuned to see what we have in store for you. All right. Have a good
Thanks.
evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Bye.